See, Serpent Scheme? I told you there was somebody out here. You owe me a trip to the Lusty Gardens. Shh! Pipe down or the boss will hear us, Velasma. We should really get back to the gate entrance. Look, I know you want to go back to architecting or whatever, but don't you want to see who these mortals are? I saw a red flash and poof! They were just here. Fine. Just shut up and listen.
Easy, Biles. I'll handle this. Halt! Who dares approach the Wrath Ramparts? Ugh, why do I have to talk like this? Stupid father and his job requirements.
Beep.
I'm not sure where you two came from, but you need to leave. Now. What's with the lady's outfit? Why do her clothes have my symbol on them? The Infernal Lands aren't a tourist attraction. It's literal hell down here. I wasn't notified anyone would be arriving at this time. And you two don't appear to be on any list of mine. So, I can't let you in. Sorry. A music duel? If you win, I let you both in. What kind of stupid offer? Ugh, you know what? Fine. You two are lucky that I'm bored and had to come in on my day off. Let's go.
Beep. 3, 2, 1, go.
Not bad, kid. That actually let off a little steam for me. So, you know what? Thanks.
Beep boop.
Fine, you guys can enter. Let me just... oh, great. Here we go. Hello? Yeah. Uh-huh. Alright. If you say so. I better get a raise for this. Sorry, you two. Nothing personal.
Oh no! I've seen this before! We should get out of here ASAP! You don't have to tell me twice!
No entry without authorization!
Beep boop bop.
Am I annoyed? No. I'm already pissed! Last chance to turn back.
3, 2, 1, go.
Stitriol, did you let them in? I wasn't expecting them to arrive so quickly. Hello, welcome. I am the great Izzurius. Welcome to the Prior Spire.
Beep.
You are boyfriend and girlfriend, are you not? I heard about your impressive feat outside the Wrath Ramparts. Superb work slaying that beast. You should both be quite proud of yourselves.
Boop.
Of course we saw. How could we not? That man-child sure knows how to throw a tantrum and nearly level half of the city. What do you think, Assistant Stitriol? Oh, Stitchy, such a way with words. Now, boyfriend, I have a proposal.
Oh. Boop.
Duet with me. I used to be an opera singer in my younger years. Seeing you battle against that brute has reinvigorated me. Trust me, you won't regret duetting with me, I assure you. I have a singing voice that can pierce the hells all the way to the heavens.
Boop.
Splendid. Let us commence.
3, 2, 1, go.
I do love a good duet. What say you, boyfriend?
Beep boop.
Ooh. I can see the fire in your eyes. You want an extra challenge. That's good. Well then, if you insist. Stitriol, prepare the throwable concoctions.
Boop.
Careful now, inhaling these can cause some pretty deadly side effects. But you're the boyfriend. Surely you won't be shaken up by a few fumes. No. Now I want you to actually impress me. Do not disappoint, or this may be the end for you.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well, that explains how they got in. At least they are out of my feathers. I'm far too busy to deal with two troublemakers anyhow. Had they stayed any longer, I may have resorted to superboast for. Oh well, back to work. Stitchy, please grab some demon calf from the work kitchen. It's going to be a long night ahead for the both of us. That damn moth succubus ate the entire show floor curtain we made for her last week. Typical Lepidopteran.
What the? Welcome, little ones. Welcome to my Hivemine.
Boopa?
That's right. My own luxurious sanctuary in the sky. It's not every day outsiders get to see the inside. Tell me, how did you two make it here, exactly?
Crap.
I see. No matter. I will have a stern talk with Barry, Larry, and Terry later about this security flaw.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Can I get you two anything? Honey tea, perhaps? I can assure you, you won't find honey tea like this anywhere else in the Infernalands. Why, you could practically drown in it from the taste alone.
Beep.
Sing a song with you? Well, my voice is a bit raspy, compared to my foster sister, at least. Also, my rates are very expensive. Are you sure?
Boop.
Very well. Let's begin.
Psst. Hey, kid. Boop. Pick up my Terry coins. It's the only way you'll have enough for her fees. You'll owe me later, but don't worry about it for now. I got you.
Three, two, one, go. How? How are you not millions in debt yet? I rigged this from the start! I see you sure know how to budget yourself! Haha! You even cheaped out on your clothes!
Beep.
Don't worry, I'll just charge you thrice as much. This time, with interest!
3, 2, 1, go.
What manner of trickery is this?
Beep.
Those clothes him and his little bee-wife have on are just for poor looks. I can feel some sort of magical properties emanating from them. Did Izzurius manufacture these? No, his ego wouldn't allow it. Plus, he knows they're the enemy. What is going on?
Beep.
Oh, shut it, homeless child! After you both become my servants, I'll be taking those raggedy clothes of yours! You've dealt with a dragon's poison, but have you ever handled a queen's venom? This fortress is in maximum lockdown! You have nowhere to run!
Three, two, one, go.
I can feel the excitement surging through me. You will be indebted to me for the rest of your life. Your friends, your family, your loved ones. all belong to me! Now, my loyal bees! Seize them both!
Your Highness, they are gone.
What? Where are you, Crimstalker?
Beep.
Oh, hey. Didn't see you two there. Normally I just eat you two, get it over with. But Crimstalkers have gotten more rare, on account of me nearly eating them all. I'm craving their meat more than midget meat. No offense. Hey, I've got a great idea. Help me lure my prey here, and I'll let you both go. The Veiled Voids are a maze. Luckily, for the both of you, I know the right portal out of here. Deal? Sweet. Now, luckily for us, they're attracted to screaming.
Bruh.
Yeah, they're pretty stupid. Why do you think they're almost extinct? Anyways, ready?
Bruh.
Hell yeah! Let's do this! I'm starving! Let's hope it shows up before my hunger pain kicks in. 3, 2, 1, go.
Beep?
Food. Bring me food! Ah! 3, 2, 1, go. Stalker! Nearby! Crave! Flesh! Come here!
awake. Splendid. Welcome back to the land of the living. Or in this case, the sea of the dying.
Boop.
This is the Emulous Expanse. Or at least 1,000 feet beneath it. You were both floating downwards pretty far. Had you kept sinking, the pressure surely would have killed you both. But it seemed like your female companion here had a little trick up her sleeve. I had no idea she was also a demon. And not from this underworld either. Very interesting. I see why she's so fixated on you now.
Bob?
Oh, my apologies for monologuing. I'm sure you two would like to get back to the surface as soon as possible. But if you could grant my one simple request, I shall have my dear sister Durendis here swim you both back up with ease. Right, Durendis?
Sure.
You have my word. I can't even cross my fingers.
Blurp.
Sing with me. Let me see why she cares about you so much.
3, 2, 1, go.
met my demands without question, and even exceeded my expectations. Splendid. More.
Boop.
Come on, boyfriend. Just one more song. That's all I ask. You would ignore this poor old shark's wishes for your own selfish desire. I'm hurt. Truly hurt.
People.
To be fair, I never said how many songs it would be. But just for clarity's sake, this is the last one. I promise. Swear to the Infernal Lord Queen herself. Please.
Beep boop.
Oh, thank you, boyfriend. You and your little wench won't regret this.
3, 2, 1, go.
Those were my souls, you impudent wretch. How dare you use my domain as one of your testing playgrounds? No matter. This domain is almost entirely under my control. Everywhere else will eventually meet the same fate. And then, even my co-partners will fall under my spell. The pristine Izzurius, the luxurious Hivemine, the voracious Insatian, the lovely Sakuroma. And of course, him, war son, RetroSpecter, position given through nepotism, a position that should have been given to me. His day of reckoning will soon come.
What a drama queen.
Dozirc shall live, though. He is the only one that's ever given a damn, I think.
Oh?
Greetings! I am R0G4T0, Assistant to Master D0Z1RC. But you can just call us Rogato and Dozirc.
Beep?
Beep, this place. You're above the comatose catacombs. Everything technological and mechanical ends up here when it gets old.
Boop.
Oop. Oh, you wish to wake Master up? He is currently in his 752-hour sleep cycle. If you wish to get his attention, you might need to try something to cause him to... Wake up! Sorry, my battery is on the fritz. Anyways, good luck!
Three, two, one, go.
times. When did you both become robots?
Beep boop. Beep boop.
This doesn't make any sense. We need to wake him up now. Maybe he'll know what's going on. Let me go jumpstart the emergency resonator at the factory. I'll be right back. Keep trying. He should eventually. Wake up! Sorry. Be right back.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, hello, Logato.
Master, you're awake! Did you see two
tried communicating with them, but my software glitched, and I fell back asleep. They seemed confused, but not fearful. Besides the girl, electricity and loud booms set her off, perhaps?
Did I cause their change and disappearance? I'm sorry.
You did not, Ro. Something else caused this. Do not worry. They are elsewhere now.
Oh, that's good.
Ro?
Yes, boss?
Next time, only turn that resonator on if our creator comes back.
Understood.
Any millennium now. I'll wait for you. As long as it takes.
Oh my, what a surprise!
Boopa? Ooh.
Yes, I get that a lot. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sakuroma, Infernaling of Lust. This enormous, bustling metropolis is known as the Lustlands. South of here are the Lusty Gardens. And north of them is where we're standing, in the very heart of the Lustlands, the Lusty Lair Square. So many patrons gather here every single day. I'm here to ensure they all have a great time. Whether it's with my food, drinks, shows, workers, or for very special occasions, with myself.
Boopa.
Anyways, there are plenty of things to do around here, so help yourselves. As you can see, I have quite the line waiting on me, so I'll be heading in. If you two would like to get in, the line starts about, 8 miles west of here near the...
Boopa.
Oh? What's that?
Boopa.
You and your girlfriend want inside now. You are aware of everyone around us waiting for the same thing, no?
Boopa.
Normally, I'd decline, but you two are very cute. Not to mention, I am the boss here, after all. Come now, darling. Show me that voice of yours. I'll let you in if you can convince me.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, that was heavenly! You've overwhelmed me, boyfriend. Tonight's shift will be quite enjoyable because of you.
Boopa?
Yes, come right inside. Oh, 1 second. In lust we trust. Sakuroma speaking. I see. All right then.
Beep.
Well, apparently, I wasn't allowed to let you in until you've met all my co-mates. I knew you met Wrath, but according to my superior, you've already visited the other Infernalings before me. The one on the phone seemed very surprised by your self-control and resolve. Or perhaps you're just not into this sort of thing? Anyways, enough rambling. Come on in. Make yourselves comfortable. The other VIPs should be arriving here very shortly. I know, dear. Be sure to get that spot over there from yesterday. I swear I see it slowly growing.
Yes, mistress! Right away! Why do I have to get stuck with mock duty?
So, this is where the party is, eh? So nice of Mercerus to lend me his body to sneak in.
My fucking head.
Hey, it's alright. I'm here. Are you sure this drink will help him recover, Saku? I can't believe what happened out there.
Of course, Ace. Anything for two good friends and loyal patrons of mine. Plus, I'm always happy to help Retro, considering he was one of my previous bouncers.
The brute should have remained your bouncer and not moved to guard the Infernaland entrance. I mean, really, he almost leveled the entire underworld, and my precious prior spire would have been ruined.
I keep telling you, that wasn't me in there, bird bitch. Something happened to me after I transformed, and then I blacked out.
Bird bitch? Oh, that is it.
Cut him some slack, Iz. Lil bro's under a lot of pressure from his family and whatnot.
Little bro, aren't I older than you?
You wish! Ha!
What does that even mean?
Oh, I must say, sister, you sure know how to get us all together like this. It almost made me forget that boyfriend was right next to me and I could slice him up in a flash after he trespassed into my sky sanctuary.
Beep.
What can I say? I aim to please. Anyways, boyfriend, girlfriend, let me just say that you two have been an absolute delight to be around. As promised earlier, I will offer you both my special service. A one-night visit to my exclusive VIP suite and services, free of charge.
Boopa! Boopa!
But one more request. Let us sing another song. One that gets the heart melting. It will allow me to get to know you on a more intimate level beforehand. You will be quite satisfied after this one is over. Trust me.
3, 2, 1, go.
long since I found somebody like you. Don't worry, boyfriend. It's just you and me now. Now, be a good boy. Breathe in every last spore for Mommy. What is this? It's not affecting him as quickly as it does others. And where did he get this outfit? Girlfriend also had similar clothing, now that I think about it. Oh, I love it when they fight my last dust. I'll just have to crank my pheromones up to maximum intensity. You will soon be completely mine. What's that? Afraid of breaking your heart? I won't break your heart. I'll fix it. much fun, too. Well, if they want to deal with him themselves, fine by me. A shame. He would have been such a fine suitor. The other potential ones didn't even come close to that young man's bravado. Oh well, maybe one day I'll find a proper one after retirement. Maybe even one of my co-mates. As long as it's not a shark. Vile creatures. Well, enough of the dream world. Now, how do I convince my dear sister enough to make her forget about those massive loans I owe her? Oh, this is unexpected. Hello, young man. A little early to be here at the Path of Patience, aren't you?
Oh?
Tell me, how did you die? Was it medical related? Freak accident? Oh, I know. You heroically saved an animal from a burning building, and got it out, but died in the process. Sorry. The list here will show me your cause of death anyways. I just like to guess before I look. Besides, what's wrong with a little waiting? Patience is a virtue, after all.
Oh my lord.
Don't you even think about finishing that sentence, Doolum.
Don't even think about finishing that sentence.
Anyways, let me see here. Can I have your name, young man?
Beep-bop.
Boyfriend. I don't see you anywhere on this list. And yet, here you are, right in front of me. Which means you're not dead, but you're here in Providence. How is this possible? I haven't seen this before at all. Let me go over the list one more time.
Wait!
What now, Doolum?
I smell filth.
Look, I may not have a sense of smell, but you don't have to rag on the kid's hygiene.
I'm serious, Pendu. The glitter of greed, the seawater of envy, the pheromones of lust, and the worst of all, the acidic stench of our dear brother Virupent.
Oh no.
This heathen has been to all 7 realms of the Infernal Lands in a matter of hours. This disgusting array of aromas makes me sick. We need to smite him now!
Hold on. Can we at least hear what he has to say? Maybe he can, I don't know, explain himself?
No, I'm done waiting on you. You ran away from your past. I am your cause. I am your curse.
Okay. Let's just get this over with. I hate using my abilities for things like this. Sorry about this, little one. Just doing my job. I'll try to be gentle, but I don't know if she will.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well, he's vanished, just like how he got here. Can you please calm down now?
You held back, didn't you?
Of course I did. He was a living mortal, Dulam. I wasn't going to let you kill him. Besides, he's somehow vanished anyways. Probably back to where he came from. Can we move on now? Despite everything, I do hope brother and mother are okay down there. Father's a different story. I wonder if he had something to do with this. Or was it perhaps one of the others? This can't bode well for the future of Infernadise. I'm worried what this event might cause.
I can read your thoughts too, you know.
Well, let's get back to work. We have a lot of providenicens to let in today.
Fine by me.
Oh, one last thing. Back me up, will you?
Yeah. I saw her a while ago.
Ahem.
Lunacent! Leave before we tell kindness you were here!
Sorry.
Log number 388. Subject is unconscious, but appears to be stable. Some dust and scratches, but nothing too serious. Fairly impressive results so far. But tests remain inconclusive. Final testing begins soon. Pause log.
Yoo-hoo.
Beep.
Had a nice nap, boyfriend?
Beep?
Oh, I get that a lot. Being the Infernal Lord of Death and all. The name's Nightflaid, head doctor of the infirmary. I'd explain more, but you're not one for lengthy exposition, are you?
Oopa.
I figured as much. Do this one small favor for me, and I'll return you to your girlfriend. Fail and, well, I think you can assume what will happen. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Begin final test.
Oopa.
Determined, aren't you? Well, look at you. Very interesting. results conclusive. Ta-ta. Fascinating. Truly fascinating. Having the ability to cheat his demise over and over again like that. I need to meet the death of his world someday and discuss it with them further. If only I had more time. But it looks like I'm being summoned to a meeting. This should be fun.
Fashen, Nightflaid, do you realize what you've done?
Oh, I'm aware, big guy.
They were my prey. Not some dolls for you to teleport around and play dress-up with all day.
If they were your prey, why didn't you face them yourself?
Because I wanted my son to prove his worth to me. But he failed. Again.
So you indirectly interfered with him, causing an unstable rift between Infernadise?
Vagasha. I was growing impatient. My disappointment of a son took too long.
Aha! Interference or not, I wasn't going to let you kill them yourself. I'm the one that brought them here in the first place to study remotely. I got to see how they handled so many near-death experiences. Plus, it was good training for the 7 Infernalings. I'd say they all passed with flying colors.
Why, you little Viscous.
Enough finger-pointing. Both of your actions have caused instability in Infernadise. Messing with mortals from a different universe, lying to the 7 Infernalings just to see how they'd handle the situation. The Infernal Lord Queen will not be pleased by this.
Oh, relax, bestie. Everything will be fine. I wish I had joined in. It seemed fun. But my poor pet Ravenor has had a tummy ache all day.
How can I relax when a giant rift has opened up between our worlds?
Silence! She is here.
So this is the rift.
Yes, Lord.
Infernadise has always been on neutral grounds with each other. The 7 Infernalings and the 7 Bravenites have always kept things at a shaky but stable balance. But you two have broken that balance with your immature decisions and rash actions.
I apologize, my lord. I will do everything.
This rift may cause problems for both of us and Providence. Keep a close eye on it. If something escalates, contact me immediately. The last thing we want is for it to get involved. Of course, Lord.
Say, Nighty. Where did you even send that little runt and his girl?
Let's just say, I know a place between dimensions that will treat them just fine. Her dad is even there to pick them up. After everything they've dealt with here, they deserve it.
Ah, good evening, sir. Do you have a preferred beverage of choice? We also serve food here if you're famished.
Pee-pee! Boyfriend!
Ah, I see he's the one you two have been waiting for. Well, you're all welcome to stay as long as you like before leaving. Nightflaid's orders. The name's Mixter. I mix drinks as well as tapes. Here at the Mixter bar, characters of all shapes and sizes pass through to visit for a quick drink or meal. All we ask is for no violence, or there will be unforeseen consequences. However, seeming to pay for one another's tab is considered a fun sport here. Since the father is here, maybe I should play one a bit more familiar? A remix, but a familiar one nonetheless. Wonderful! Begin transaction.
3, 2, 1, go.
Transaction complete. Enjoy one earned family meal. Since you're passing between realms, we'd love to have you around. I'm sure you'll meet some very familiar faces here. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure serving you all. Farewell, everyone!